So I'm doing in this.
Do you think you have done correct?
No. Oh, I don't know. Like, where did I press? Oh, it went all the way front. I didn't even launch this.
Yeah, so because you have clicked the wrong one.
Oh, okay. You mean the AMI?
No, not the AMI, after that.
Oh, after that, okay. Sorry. Yes. Oh, I guess I directly leave you on launch, I guess.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, sorry for that. So configure details.
One thing I would like to tell you here, Vinay, please put more focus and try to get it ready, okay? Because we will not have much of time. Soon after you complete your course, we are planning to put you into the job by on or before November. Okay.
Oh, okay,
so
sir. Like
sure,
I'm like practicing too. So
yes, please
that shouldn't be a
do
problem.
as much as you can. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this will be for default.
Say my Linux instance.
Sorry?
Say my Linux instance. Name should be
okay. Mine.
Yeah, mine. After that, give a space, make it capital L, and then after that, give a space, make it capital I. My Linux instance. Yeah. No. Why you want to create again and again new goat? You already have existing, right? Use the
existing one.
Review and launch. That's it. You have nothing to do in this page. Launch. Yes, select an existing key pair which you already have.
Yes, sir.
But select that. Select that.
Okay, yeah.
Which one you want?
My KP, RSA.
Yeah, any which way.
Yeah, my KP.
Whichever,
Yeah.
both are there. So whichever you want, you can
both
use.
are there.
All right, there you go. You have your machine ready.
Machine ready.
Yeah,
And
so click on view instance.
Yes, right.
Okay. Now let's go ahead and understand while this is launching 2x2 status. Let's understand more on the Linux parcel. Okay. First thing. So today's subject is about the file system hierarchy, how we are going to access the file system hierarchy in Linux. First of all, what is a file system hierarchy? Yesterday, I have given you a small introduction. Let me share my screen and show it to you. Then we will go ahead and understand that. Okay.
Yeah, just a word, like what about this hierarchy?
I will tell you
like
that.
what
I am
exactly?
just going there.
Okay.
I'm going there.
Okay.
So let me share my screen with you.
Sure.
Okay. And
hierarchy is like, I mean, I'm just correcting myself.
What do you understand by hierarchy? Hierarchy. What do you mean by hierarchy? First of all, hierarchy means the layers, one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. Okay. So it is like in general in English, right? Now here also, this is your hierarchical structure of your Linux, right?
Okay.
So if you wish to write down, you can write down, or else I'm just going ahead and tell you. Okay.
Yeah,
The entire hierarchical structure starts with root file system. And so root is the main directory from where the whole tree starts. So this is the main place from where you have home, temporary variables, bin, and all other directory structure starts. The home directory for root is always /root. What is that? The home directory for root is always /root. Followed by this home directory root, let us discuss one for the home directory. Now, what is the home directory for? I told you home directory for root user. Root is also called as super user. Okay.
Super user.
Yes, this is the most powerful user in Linux. Just like your Windows administrator, here also root is the most powerful user. Right? So besides that, we have normal users. Those falls under this directory. That is your home directory. So if, for example, I will create a user called Vinay, and if I ask you what is the home directory for Vinay, then you must say the home directory for Vinay is /home/Vinay.
Vinay.
Home directory for Vinay, if I ask, right? Similarly, if I ask for home directory for Sai, you must say Sai is a normal user, so it is /home/Sai. But if I ask you what is the home directory for root, then you must say /root. There is no home directory comes in action because it is a super user.
User. Only for the normal users?
Yes. Just remember this much at this point. We have a separate subject called Users and Groups Administration in Linux. There we will discuss in detail. Okay. So home directory is for the normal users. Then comes your your temporary directory. TMP stands for temporary directory. Now what this directory is responsible for? Temporary directory stores all the files or whatever the required files for a temporary period of time. Temporary directory stores required files for a temporary period of time, and the default period of time is 10 days. Up till 10 days, the files will reside inside temporary directory. By default, after 10 days, the files will get deleted without your notice. Okay. That is the role of temporary directory. Let us talk about bin directory. What is bin stands for? Bin stands for binary. Okay. Bin stands for binary. This particular directory contains both executable files. This particular directory contains executable files which can be executed both by super user as well as normal user. That means root can execute these files as well as normal users like Vinay, Prasad can also execute these files. So that is how binary directory comes into action. Next one is sbin. Sbin stands for super binary. Super binary directory also contains the executable files. However, these files can only be executed by super user, that is your root user. None other than super user, anyone can execute it. Okay. Super binary is responsible for holding the executable files. Super binary is responsible for holding the executable files which can be executed by super user only, not by the normal users.
Not by the normal users. So whereas a bin is for the both.
Bin, anyone can go ahead and execute it.
Anyone can go.
Right.
Similarly, we have executable files.
Yes. Similarly, we have var directory. Var stands for variable directories. Okay. Var stands for variable directory. This contains different sizes of logs. Right. For example, different sizes of files. For example, /var /log /messages, var log messages. That means any execution happens within the server, the logs files which get stored in var log messages, and the logs are of different sizes, which one may be 1 KB size, another may be 10 KB, another may be 15 MB, like that, right? So that is why the name itself suggests variables, right? The variable directory contains different log sizes with different sizes. Okay. Similarly, we have etc directory. What is etc directory? etc stands for etc. etc directory contains all the configuration related files. etc directory contains all the configuration related files
Configuration-related
which
files.
are local to the system. Okay.
Local in the sense like
Local in the sense in your own system, in your own laptop or
in
your
your
own
system. Okay.
wherever it is, or the server itself.
Okay.
Okay. Which are local to
For
the
if it's
system.
a virtual machine, if
Irrespective
you
of
are creating.
anything, wherever you are
Okay.
doing, it will have that in the same machine. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Next one is MNT directory. MNT directory stands for mount point directories. What is that? Mount point directories. That means there are, you can say, like short-term storages. Okay. Short-term
even
storages.
it's like okay.
Temporary
it's
storage.
Like temporary. Okay.
Temporary storage.
Okay. Temporary
right?
storage.
Right. So
okay.
MNT directory is responsible for holding the temporary storages, or
Okay.
called mount points.
Okay. What about this? It's, I guess this TMP is doing the same thing, right?
Do you think TMP is doing the same thing?
No. TMP is doing the required files, right? On a
any file.
Required
Anything
file.
you just
Okay.
want to put it in the temporary directory, it will be there for some time.
No,
And if you forget to
any
delete
files.
it, after 10 days, it will automatically delete. That is not storage.
Oh, it's like just a saving bin for like temporary.
Yes. So MNT, what happens? You created a directory called Vinay, right? If unless and until you delete that, it will be mounted on the respective location and it will be there.
Oh,
whatever files you want to keep
mounted.
it inside that, you can keep it inside that.
Keep it.
Okay. Now there are different commands.
Can we go with the abbreviation? Like, can we go with the
mount points?
Mount point. Yes. Yeah.
Now there are different commands to identify the mount points in Linux. Okay. The command used for mount points is df space hyphen capital T small h. df space hyphen capital T small h. df minus th. df space hyphen capital T h. Okay. That is called for Linux, right? Similarly, if it is a AIX server, then you will have to type df space hyphen kg, no capital, everything small letters. Okay.
KG for AMX.
For AIX.
Yeah, AIX, sorry.
Okay. So these are the various commands. Even Sun Solaris will have also different things. Likewise, we can progress. Sorry. Then we have proc directory, right? So what is a proc directory? Proc directory stands for processors, right?
Processors, okay.
This particular directory is responsible for your CPU and memory related activities, right? Processor is responsible for your CPU and memory related activities. Then we have boot directory. Boot directory contains all the executable files that are required during the boot up process. Boot directory contains all the required files that are required during the boot up process. Okay. So these are the file system structures. You will have all these like directories built in when you built up your system. Just now you created your Linux systems, right? You will have all these things within your systems. Okay. Yeah. So now let us go ahead and log into your system and see what happens over there. So I will stop sharing now. You can start sharing your screen and let's go ahead and understand. All right. So first of all, question.
Sorry, Putty. Okay, yeah, sorry, you go ahead.
Do you require PuttyGen now?
No, just only Putty to log into the
go ahead.
Linux.
So do you understand, right, what I'm trying to tell you? The more focus you will make it, the more easier your job will be.
Yes, sir. So
delete that first, the default settings what you have kept, delete it.
Sir.
Now go ahead and copy the IP address from your system and continue logging in. Take your time, no problem.
Yes, sir. So public. Just give me a second.
I will not tell you. Remember and do it.
Yeah, sure.
Because every time if I'll help you, then you will never learn it. But if you do
Yes,
it on
sir.
your own once, then it will be forever.
Okay. Then,
What should you do?
I have to open a. I have to save. Already saved it.
You have copied the IP address, right?
Yes. So it will go here with EC2.
Yes.
EC2 hyphen at the rate
No,
IP address.
EC2-user.
Oh, user at the rate.
Copy that
IP
and then
address.
paste it under saved
Copy
systems.
that. Yes.
See, this you should by heart by now.
Control.
Wait, don't save.
Save it.
Save
Yeah.
button you should click at the end only.
At the end of the now.
Yeah.
Now we have to go to SSH and we have to double click. Now we have to browse the save. Yes, my PPK. I guess we have saved as my PPK itself, right?
Go ahead if you have selected that.
Yeah. Okay, after this, now sessions. Now I have to save, open.
All right.
Yeah.
So now you are logged into your system, right?
System, sir.
Now what we do is next, read it out what it is showing. Using username EC2-user. This is the by default user for your Linux system on your AWS cloud.
AWS cloud.
Okay, EC2-user. Now you can see there is written EC2 in bigger letters and Amazon Linux 2 AMI, and after that there is https://aws.amazon.com Amazon-Linux 2. That is the name. Okay. Thereafter, exactly your point comes. 11 packages needed for security out of 35 available. Run sudo yum update to apply all updates. So he has given you the command here and then asking you to update the package. If you know, in Windows we run Windows updates.
Yes, sir.
Right? Likewise, here also we have to run some required packages. Whenever you see, before you progress for further commands, if you see anything called as 9 out of 25 packages available, 10 out of 35 packages available, 11 out of 35 packages available. If you see this kind of line, that means you have to run a command called yum update. We will discuss what is yum in the subsequent classes, but for the time being, you type here, either you can type sudo yum update or you can switch to super user. What is a super user?
Root.
Root is the super user. Currently you are logged in with which user?
EC2 user.
Very good. So from EC2-user, you need to move to root user. Okay? You need to switch to root user. So remember, only when you will switch to root user, you use sudo command. Which command?
Sudo command.
Sudo command. Other than root user, if you are going from normal user to normal user or from root user to normal user, you always use su space hyphen space then the username. Okay. Only for root user, whenever you are switching from normal user to root user, then only you use sudo command. Otherwise, if you are switching to, for example, I have a user called Vinay, and from EC2-user to Vinay, if I want to switch, then you will not use sudo command. Sudo command will only be used whenever you are switching to root user only.
From any normal user.
Any normal user to user. Okay.
So in this case, like
in this case,
as you said,
hold on. In this case, you have two ways to switch to root. First option is sudo, type sudo sudo space -i This means interactive user. And if you press enter, automatically you will see that root@IP address. Enter.
Okay, interactive.
Press enter.
Just give me a second. Just give me a second.
Don't worry,
Sure.
don't write everything. You will get
Yeah,
to know
okay.
everything. All the commands you will see at the end also. Don't worry about it.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So now you can see root@IP. If you are uncomfortable, tell me. You can still go ahead and write and then progress. I don't have any problem.
No, it's good. It's good. I was just like
Okay.
writing the main points.
So this is one way. Yeah, tell me.
We came from EC2 user to a root IP now.
Root user. IP and
Root
address,
user.
that is your private IP address.
Private IP
Just
address.
see
So
the
we came
user. From
user.
EC2 hyphen
Yeah,
user to you switch to root. Now type
Root,
exit.
okay.
Type exit. Automatically you will go back to EC2 hyphen user again. Enter.
Logout.
Exit
EC2,
means you are logged out.
EC2 user.
Right?
Exit is usually for logout. Okay.
Logout. So you are again going back to EC2 hyphen user. So what I said,
yes,
you have two different ways of switching the user to root.
Switching the user to root.
First one is sudo -i.
Sudo
The other one
I,
is sudo space su space -i space -i, or just say hyphen. Yeah, just no I is not required. Leave that. Sudo su. Yes, sudo su space hyphen. That means
hyphen, okay.
sudo, whenever you're typing sudo space su space hyphen, this will also take you to root user. Enter.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, if at all I want you to change to root instead of root, I will tell you go to Vinay user. Then what will happen? You will type there su. First exit. Type su space hyphen space. We will discuss this again. Vinay. Enter. Su user Vinay does not exist
because we didn't create any.
It is not there at all. But if it would have been there, then what will have happened? It would have asked your password. It would have prompted for your password. So we will stop here. We will not progress in this line at all at this point of time. This is a separate subject altogether for users and groups creation. At this moment, only understand as soon as you will log in, as many times you will log into your Linux instance, the very first thing that you will take is switch from EC2 hyphen user to root user by typing sudo -i or sudo su space hyphen.
Sudo su space hyphen.
Whichever is you are comfortable, you can use that. Okay. Now let's go back to your root user again.
Root user. Okay. So sudo I.
Okay. You are now root user. Now there are a lot of things in the screen. You want to clear your screen. So simple command is clear. CLEAR. Enter. Okay.
Oh, we are fresh page now.
Yes. No, not fresh page. Whatever you have given, everything has been cleared.
But all the commands.
If you type history now, if you type history, you will see everything.
Direct word history.
Type history.
Select the word.
Yes. Enter. So these many words you have used in root. Exit, clear, history.
One exit, two clears. Okay, it's just 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Or it's like okay. I saw one.
Okay. So while you were writing the commands, right? That's why I told you don't write. At the end of the session, when you will type history, you will see all the commands.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So clear your screen again. You are clear so far?
Yes, sir. I'm good with switching from user to root, and I got clear command, history, exit.
Okay. Now we will understand how to create a file in Linux.
Okay.
Okay. So the command used to create an empty file. The command used to create an empty file is touch command. Okay. But prior to that, let us understand one more thing. How will you list your files? How many files you have in your system? How will you check?
In a root, you mean, right?
Either in root or in EC2 hyphen user or wherever it is.
Okay. How many files are there?
Okay. So there are multiple commands. Okay. Now the multiple commands involve ls, ll, ls space hyphen lrt, ls space hyphen ltr. Okay. And the last one is ls space hyphen al or ls space hyphen la. Okay.
Okay.
Apart from the last two, the first four I told you, ls, ll, ls space hyphen lrt or ls space hyphen ltr. All these things remains same. Nothing has changed, right? Now for that, let us do one thing. First type your ls and press enter.
Ls.
Enter. When I'm telling
Just
you these
ls.
are, understand
Enter.
one thing. When I'm not telling you
Okay.
anything, you have to press enter
Okay.
to see the output of that command.
Okay.
Okay. These are the commands
ls.
that you are using. Sudo -i.
Okay.
What does it mean? It is a command you have given.
It's a command, yes.
Right. You need to see the output
-i.
that your EC2 user is changing to root user.
Root user, yes.
Similarly, when I'm telling ls means
ls.
listing of files.
To check the listing of the files.
Right. Similarly,
Okay.
type ll, you will see a different season here. Total 0. Right. Right now you don't have an outputs. Right.
Okay.
Similarly, let us do one thing. Let us create a file first of all. So what is the command to create a
Okay.
file?
Command to
Touch
create a
command.
file. Touch command. Okay. Touch command to create
space file name. So type touch space.
So we are giving a file name here now.
Anything. You say Vinay.
Okay. We're just giving a file name. Touch
Yes.
space enter.
Right. Now type ls.
ls for Vinay file.
You
Okay.
see Vinay file has been created. Now type ll and see what happens.
Total
you see
0.
a long line.
Yes.
Right.
So,
total 0, you ignore that, but you see a long line. There is a file available for you. Right.
Okay.
So the ll command, now type ls hyphen lrt, ls space hyphen lrt. Result remains same. Right.
Yes.
Now type ls space hyphen ltr. ls space hyphen ltr. Focus on my word, what I'm telling you.
Yes.
Okay. Again, the result remains same. In fact, ls also gives you the same result, but ls hyphen lrt, ls hyphen ltr gives you an elaborative output. Right. So the ll.
Sorry, I guess, sir, we have I guess we have inputted the same thing. LSLRT. You're saying LLRT.
What do you mean?
Here, see, we inputted the same codes here, like LSRT. You're saying
Either you speak or you let me speak.
Yeah, sure.
You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Am I fool? I'm telling you LRT and LTR. I'm not fool, right?
No.
So the reason I'm telling you, right?
That.
ls hyphen LRT who uses, ls hyphen LTR who uses. The results are not different. Results remain same.
Okay.
Right? The line was same. Vinay every time.
Yeah.
Right? Now, who are using ls hyphen LRT and who are using ls hyphen LTR?
Okay.
Those people who are experienced in Linux environment, they use LTR or they use LRT. They use LRT. Those who are experienced in Linux environment. Those who are very much experienced in previously AIX environment, older legacy operating systems, they use LTR. Okay. But there is no difference whether you use LRT or you use LTR. The commands remains same, no difference at all. LL also is the same thing, but ls only gives you the name of the file, whereas ll, ls-lrt, ls-ltr gives you with long listing of files. Okay. Clear so far?
Yeah, I'm clear.
Now let us understand this entire line. What is this entire line is all about? Okay. We have different fields associated with this line. Okay. So open, copy that line, copy that any line. Yes, copy. Just highlight. If you highlight in Linux, if you highlight means automatically it is copied. Copy till end. Copy till end till Vinay. Okay. Now open a notepad and simply right click over there. Right click, paste.
So here it's same Control C, right?
No,
Go
nothing
right
is
click.
required. Nothing is required. It is
Okay.
already
Oh,
copied.
if you directly do. Oh,
If you
okay,
simply highlight, means it is copied. If you want to paste, if you copy from outside and you want to paste here, simply copy from outside and paste here. That's it. Right click, automatically it will paste.
Okay.
Okay. Open that. Open that. We will discuss what it is exactly. You will have to understand this one, right?
Okay.
Now this is, write down one by one. First one, hyphen. It starts with a hyphen, right? What is this hyphen? Hyphen is for regular files. Okay, before understanding this one, let us just write down types of files. Types of files. Types of files in Linux. Okay. First one is dash. Dash means it is a regular file, which you have already written there. Okay.
Oh, regular file is like bash file.
A hyphen means it is a regular file.
Regular file.
Okay. Enter. Not bash. What do you mean by bash? I said a dash. D-A-S-H. Dash. Dash means
okay,
a hyphen.
Sorry. Hyphen.
Okay.
Sorry. Dash. Sorry. Okay.
Then comes your D. D.
D.
D for directory files. Enter. Then comes C. C for character files. Character. C-H-A-R-C-T-E-R. Not character.
Character. Okay. Okay.
Character files. In bracket, write down explains about environments. Explains about environments. Okay. Then comes B. B for blocked files. B-L-O-C-K-E-D. Blocked files. Blocked file in the sense hard disks. In bracket, write down HDD. HDD. Hard disks. Okay. Then comes your two more types of files are there. One is your pipeline file. And one more is socket file. Okay. Both pipeline files and socket files are used by the developers. Just write down in bracket, used by developers. So how many types of files we have total?
6.
6 type of files in Linux. The first two you have written, these are the ones which you will be using 99%, very frequently used. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now let us understand. Yeah. Now let us understand the line which you have written, the first line. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So can you tell me now which type of file it is now?
This one? It's
Yes.
I would say it's a regular file.
How do you know it's a regular file?
Maybe it's starting with a hyphen.
Absolutely correct. Because it starts with a hyphen, that is why it is a regular file.
Regular file.
If it would have started with D, then what kind of file it would have been?
Directory file.
Directory file.
Directory file in the sense it's in some specific directory.
Maybe in the directory or outside directory, it is relevant to a directory only.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Then comes RWDES, RDES, RDES. What is that? That is for your, if you want to write, you write down. Okay. RWDES, RDES, and RDES. These 9 characters.
This whole thing is one.
Yeah, these 9 characters are relevant to permissions, Linux permissions.
Okay. Linux permission.
So tomorrow onwards, we will see if we can increase the time slot also. Okay, maybe 8 to 9:30 or something. We'll do it. or maybe we can start by 7:30 to 9. Is that fine? 7:30 is fine with you?
Yeah. I already suggested them like I'm fine with starting with 7. Anytime you can go up with. So they gave me the timing 8.
Okay, then we can start probably by 7. That's better. 7 to 8:30 would be best. Okay, so we will discuss that. But tomorrow let's connect by 8 o'clock, because tomorrow is Friday, right? Say other guy might join.
Okay.
And then Monday onwards we'll start by 7 o'clock.
Sure.
Okay, so
Linux permissions.
Yes, RWDs, RDSDs. This can be anything. We will talk about this one when we'll talk about permissions.
Permissions, okay.
Just for your information.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to write down.
You mean about yeah? I just wrote it down. It has a Linux permission.
You are writing it in a note, right?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, this whole thing is a separate command. You mean like just like a name?
These are not commands. They are related to permissions. So what is Linux permission? Okay. You will understand as and when we progresses. We have still not started anything. We are still at the basic level, very basic level, in fact. Okay. We will go shortly. We will go. Then comes your numeric 1. Now, what is that numeric 1? Numeric 1 is always, and most of the times it will remain 1 only. Okay. This is called as ACL count, access control list count, which remains as number 1 only. Okay. For identification purpose. ACL count.
ACL count identification purposes.
Yes.
So no, every time it remains
1 only, most of the times. If it is by chance, if it is different number also, you consider that as a ACL number. Okay. Then comes root. Root is the what is
a main you know, like we converted from EC to user.
It is the user. Okay.
Yeah.
Then again root.
Again,
that is the group.
Group where this file it is.
Yes. One root is for user. One root is for
one root is for
group.
Okay.
Now, if I would have say instead of root, I would have written Vinay and then root. Then Vinay is the user. Root is the group.
And the root is a group.
Okay. So we have different IDs, that is UID and GID. So user identification and group identification, which we will learn it as and when we progresses with user groups permission, user groups assignment. Don't worry about it. Okay.
You mean like UID is like
UID identifies
ID
user. Yes.
So
we will talk what is an UID for root, what is an UID for Vinay, what is an UID for Prashad, all these normal users, everything we will discuss that shortly. Not today, maybe when the classes will start.
Sure.
Then we have 0, right? What is 0?
0, number 0.
0 means is like size of the file.
Okay, size.
So if you remember the command which I told you, touch Vinay, is touch command is used to create an empty file.
Empty file.
That means there is nothing inside Vinay file.
Okay. Right? If we create something more, then
this number will keep on changing. The number will keep on changing.
Oh.
Okay, we will see that.
0. Okay, sure.
0 is nothing but size of the file.
Size of the file.
Right. Then comes September 24, 0033. Right.
Basically, time
this is timestamp.
We call it as timestamp.
Timestamp. Okay. And the last one is Vinay. That is the name of the file.
Name of the file.
Now, can you tell me the entire line? What exactly? How many fields we have?
How many fields we have in this? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8
fields. Can you explain 8 fields? Can you explain all the 8 fields?
Sure. So the first hyphen, it's a regular. It indicates a regular file.
Very good.
And RW hyphen R hyphen. It's a Linux permission.
Absolutely
so one is a regular ACL something access controlling
ACL count.
It's a count. It's a regular count. It always remains 1. But you said like if any
may
number
vary,
is
but
there, it's a count.
It will remain same only.
So it's usually an ACL count. And first root is for the user and the second root is for the group as of now. and 0 is the size, and whereas September 24th, this is time. I mean,
Timestamp,
timestamp,
and then
and the winner is the name of the file. So
absolutely
we have
correct.
eight
So you got the
fields in
point,
a.
right? Note
Yes.
that this is your interview question. Okay.
Like how? I mean,
They will
like,
just type. They will just ask you to create a file. Can you tell me how many
okay,
characters are available in a file?
how many characters?
Yes. What are the fields associated with the file? So you should say 8 fields, and you start with type of file,
Oh,
permission
a type
associated
of
with the
files
file.
are like okay. If it, now characters of the file are regular file, permission file.
No.
No,
The
not
question, the
like that.
question would be, how many
Okay.
fields associated with a file in Linux? So your
8
answer
fields.
should be 8 fields, starting
8
with
fields.
first field talks about type of file, remaining 8 fields, remaining 8 characters talks about permission of the file, then next one talks about ACL count, next one talks about user category, then the group
User
category, then the size of the file, and then the timestamp, and lastly the name of the file.
Yeah, the file.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you understand, Vinay, what we are preparing you for? You are not only being prepared for a DevOps engineer position, you are also getting
Yes, sir.
prepared yourself for
For
AWS
the
as well as
AWS
Linux
and
administration
Linux
position.
administration. Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can apply
Yeah.
for all the positions, not really only for this particular activity. Okay,
Okay.
so I will, as and when you progresses, you will understand this.
Yes, sir. Okay.
All right. So now minimize this your notepad, and let's go ahead and understand more on this one. So you have typed Vinay, right? Clear your screen.
Yeah,
Yeah, very good. Clear your screen. Now type LL. So you have one file called Vinay. Now, how do you know this is an empty file? Because you have used touch command. So if you type, we can also use to read the file. There is a command called cat command, cat command is being used to read this file. So type cat space Vinay. The output will be null. Enter. There is no output because the file is empty, right?
Okay.
At the same time, cat command can also be used to add content to a file. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I guess I missed the point. Like the voice was up.
Are you able to hear me now?
Read option.
Are you able to hear me now?
Yeah, but this is not now. But yeah, good.
Okay. So cat command is also being used to write content to the file. Can you hear me now, Vinay?
Yes. Now, yeah.
Okay.
I just heard your voice now.
Okay. So we have typed cat Vinay, and there is output is 0, right? Now we want to add some content to the file called Vinay, right? So cat command can still be used to add content to a file. Okay. So how do you do that? Type cat space greater than symbol.
I'm just searching it.
Space Vinay. Remember one thing, in Linux, you should avoid typing. Okay, there is every possibility of mistakes can happen. Now, if you remove Vinay, remove that Vinay, type VI and press your tab button in your laptop. Tab button.
Okay.
You see what happened?
Yeah.
Automatically it should come. So start using your tab button whenever you are typing something. Automatically it will pop up. If, say, for example, there is another com called Wiki, okay, another name called Vijay, right? 3-4 names are starting with VI. Then what will happen? The moment you type VI and tab, it should show all the names. Okay. Then after that, you need Vinay only, right? Then what will you do?
Yes.
You just simply go ahead, type again cat space greater than symbol. Double click that upper zone, that 3 numbers, right? 3 names. Just double click on that name and right click it. So automatically it will copy and paste it. Double click means it will highlight, and then simply right click means it will paste. We will see that at a later point of time.
Okay.
Don't worry right now. Okay, I'm
Okay,
just
sure.
giving you heads up. Do not
So
stop ever.
usually,
Stop
okay,
typing. Always use tab
okay,
button. Okay.
tab
Now
button. Okay.
press enter. Okay. Now say that this is my first file. This is my first file. Enter. And press Ctrl plus D to save the content of the file. Ctrl plus D. Okay. Now type Kate Vinay. Kate space Vinay. Enter. You see what happened now? You are getting the content of the file.
Content of the file. So it
Now,
can
if I'll
read
tell
it.
you,
Okay.
I want to like add one more line. I want to append one more line along with this line. Then what will you do? Cat double greater than symbol and space Vinay, space Vinay. You have to put a little focus on when to give a space, when not to give a space. Okay, be very cautious. Okay. Now type, this is AWS class, or this is Linux class, whatever. Yeah. Enter and save it. Control D.
First Control D, then save it.
First enter and then press Control D. All right. Now type Kate Vinay and you see the output. Correct? You got both the lines.
Yeah, I got both the lines.
Now I want to append one more line. Then what should I do? Cat.
You have to add one more.
Yes. Cat. Then
one more? 3?
What do you think?
I think no.
No,
because like
it is just double greater than is for appending only. So after that, if you want to append 100 lines also, you should use only double greater than symbol, no triple greater than symbol. Enter.
Okay. Yeah.
This is a live class. Say this is a live class. Enter. Very good. Now type Kate Vinay. Enter.
Yeah.
You see all the 3 lines. Now, but if you type Kate space greater than symbol and Vinay, only single greater than symbol and Vinay, and then if you press enter and type something, everything will be overwritten. Just say like, welcome to Masons. All you have written previously, everything will go off. Save it. Kate Vinay. Everything is gone. Okay.
Oh, the earlier thing, the earlier memory is gone. Okay.
It has overwritten. Single greater than symbol, if you type, means it will overwrite whatever you have written earlier. Double greater than symbol means it will append one after the other. It will
add up. Okay.
And that is why to come over this kind of difficulties, we have something called as VIM editor. Okay. That is a different class altogether. We will not discuss today. We will start discussing maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So I think if it is feasible, we will continue on Saturday or Sunday also. I will pass on this message to them and then we'll see what we can do. Okay.
Saturday and Sunday.
This Saturday and Sunday. Or you have any work?
Okay. No, it's okay. Like usually, yeah, no, not just let me know. Like I can manage my things. I will see.
As of now, it is no only. But if there are required, I will let you know. Okay.
Yeah,
so
sure.
So far, if you type history now, you see all the commands. Okay. Now I will tell you what you need to do. Copy from number 1 to number 24. Just highlight all these things. Copy in the sense, just highlight. Yes. Highlight. No, you missed it. Yeah. Now open the notepad. Right click.
Control V also works, right?
Yeah. Control V also works. Okay. Now, if you want to type, if you want to copy something from here, right? Say socket file, copy that socket file. I'll tell you how it works. Copy that socket file. Control C. Okay, simply right click here, anywhere, just right click.
Oh,
See?
that's nice.
So
Just
in,
right click on the this
yes,
thing. Okay.
in Linux, if you highlight means it is copied. If you right click means
Okay.
whatever you have copied earlier will paste.
Paste. Okay.
Okay,
That's
this is
good.
how
Yeah,
Linux
okay.
works. And in Linux,
Okay.
remember that whenever you are going to type a password, you will not
Okay.
see the password characters. It will empty. It will be a black screen only. No, but you have to keep on typing and then press enter.
Okay.
We will
I
see
mean,
that. We
so
will
you
see
mean
that.
it will
Don't
be
worry
like
now.
this blank?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. We will
Yeah,
see
yeah.
that as and when you progresses with your username, user and the groups creation, you will understand that
Yes,
part.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So that's it for today. Tomorrow we will connect again, and I expect you to
sure.
practice all these sessions, whatever we
I'll
have done
just
today,
go through ahead
and then tomorrow
tomorrow.
we will
Yeah.
connect again and take it further from here.
Sure,
Okay.
sir.
Same time tomorrow also 8 p.m. But
Okay.
starting from Monday onwards, we'll move it to 7 p.m.
No problem. Just let me know, like, when
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Thanks,
Okay,
guys.
sir.
Yeah. Bye.
No problem.